Hey everyone, welcome back. If you saw my video yesterday, or you're just keeping track even if you didn't watch it, this is the spoiler alert, as I've prefaced a lot in my thumbnail and my title to avoid any mistakes and any unhappy readers that would get a spoiler when they do not want to. Spoiler review of Wings of Fire, The Lost Heir. So, if you have not read this book, I strongly advise you to click off, and if you need a review, go into the review that I will have linked below that is spoiler free that I posted yesterday. Well, it may not be yesterday for you now. Now that we got those guys out of the way, I hope, because I do not want to be spoiling them even if it's their own choice. Let's get into this review. So, if you have not watched the original one but you have read the book, I'm just going to give you a brief overview of how I described it overall before we get into the details. So, just generally, a very good book, a good sequel, good continuation of the storyline, and it doesn't feel drawn out. Because I love how they focus on different dragons of the dragonettes through each book so far. I don't know how they go past the 6 in the series. However, I also do not want spoilers, so please refrain to explaining that to me, and I will move on and figure that out myself as I get the rest of the books. But that's been really interesting and very good dragon development, and all the dragon details and everything is so well thought out, and all the different species is amazing. Well, technically, they're considered more of clans, not species, now that I think about it from the details in the book, right? Or clans or tribes, something. They're not necessarily considered as much of a species versus clan and tribe. The differences between like the sea wing, the mud wings, and the sand wings, and the sky wings, rain wings, yeah, all that. So far, I mean, granted, only read the first two and most of the third, but I think that this one is going to be my favorite out of the series so far because, well, first of all, with the Sea Wing and her going to the Sea Wing Palace, a lot of underwater stuff, which I thought was really cool. The I don't remember what it's called. What's the language that she speaks with her wings and the lights and the glowing scales? I don't remember what that language is called, but if you know, you know. But it's really cool because it makes the details on the cover make even more sense because it's just got like those little lighter patches that actually do almost look like they're glowing when you actually know that they're supposed to. Whereas I didn't think about that originally. Very good with plot twists. What was the name of that guy? What was his name? Whirlpool? Was that Whirlpool? No, Whirlpool's the teacher, right? Yeah, just me forgetting every single name. Riptide. The guy Riptide. Yeah, that was a very interesting scenario so far. Which I wonder if they go back. Well, they kind of have to go back to different storylines and like reconnect because they're kind of the whole point of the whole series is to reconnect, or not the whole series, but the current plot. Current. I don't know if it changes. Don't tell me. Um, I mean, it has to continue sort of somewhat, but like past that, with the basically igniting peace back into the tribes between them because of the war, which it's very interesting to be thinking about all of this stuff. Again, the way that they do it is really really good. And I don't remember meeting one of the Sandwing Queens in the first book. I remember the Skywing, obviously. But I don't remember the Sandwing because based on this in the like this would be the second one that we meet in the second book. I don't remember though. I'm very interested. I almost led into the third book, but I'm not doing a review on that yet. And if you haven't read it, you do really not want me getting into that. So, what else was in here? This is jam packed with information. What else? Oh, yeah, and her sister Anemone. I think that's how you say it. That's very interesting. It's very well done. I'm just honestly though, like, why is the age range so small when it has so many complexities? And like again, this is why I always say I think books should have a minimum age rating based on understanding, clarity, and like a maturity level. And of course, that varies based on it too. So I think that should be an aspect of it, but that shouldn't be the determining factor either. It's per person, which again could also be the fact of me, older than the age range, liking it and enjoying it more than someone else my age might. So that is also a factor, I will admit. So that's. But generally speaking, age shouldn't be the only determining factor. It should be a guideline that should definitely be not adhered to, but like not addressed, referenced, but also just customize it to the interests and the needs and the capabilities of your personal reader, or just you as a reader if you're not a parent looking for their kids or looking for books for their kids. What else can I talk about? Because this again, it has so much information and there's just so many things. It's amazing, like the complexity between these things. It's I don't know. Tsunami's father. Oh my gosh. That's that whole thing is nuts. Honestly, oh, that's another thing I was gonna say. Like Tsunami's personality, I think is part of the reason that I actually am going to like this one the best because it's more focused on her. And like when it's past this or before this, Tsunami's personality isn't really as understood because it's just like it's kind of floating there. There's no, it's just there. Like in the third book so far, it's like I don't feel as connected because it's out of cushioning context of her, and so it doesn't feel as whatever. But her personality actually kind of reminds me a bit of me in terms of certain things, like very firm, very protective, won't stand with the things that are normally accepted and will say something if something is wrong, especially if it's something concerning her friends or that would have to do with protecting her friends, which is basically her family, so her family. And very firm in her beliefs and all that kind of stuff. Like I guess there's more like attributes rather than person. Well, no, it's definitely personality. I don't know. It's hard to describe it. I can't accurately explain it, but you might understand, especially because you've read it. So yeah, um, I can't really think of too much to add right now. Obviously, jam packed, full of details, as you know. But just like it's crazy and awesome. I will definitely be coming back somewhat soon, probably in the next 2-3 weeks, with a review of the third book, and after that, it will eventually be the fourth book, and then there'll probably be a break in between then and when I have a review of another Wings of Fire book, because I don't have any one of them past the fourth, so I will have to get it. So, I hope you enjoyed this spoiler review, and if you would like to see any more reviews, or if you'd like to see my review that I had on the first book, then go ahead to my channel and check that out. If you would like to see more of any of this type of content, let me know down in the comments and feel free to subscribe. And I will see you guys next week. Bye!